Okay, I think I managed to do it. A available decision has popped up. This interface is a bit confusing. You have to click the decision, then confirm it. So I got the 9 slaves and 1 free, non-slave Jewish pop, and then this was the only disloyal clan chief, but I had to bribe and other stuff, and now he is loyal. Probably not for long, so enact, and then probably drop a save file, because this all didn't go as planned. I didn't grab as much territory as I wanted, so I really got to think about how to, I don't know, restart if I really want to min-max it, because expansion is the name of the game, especially when you see how fast Rome starts to expand. It can get really, really scary. And then the question is, where do I want to move my capital? Because this is a terrible place for a capital. I was thinking very ambitiously to move it to Thrace, but I don't think that's going to be possible. But that's currently the first 2 goals for max score achieved, and actually worked out how to do it, because gosh, some of these requirements had hidden requirements within the requirements, so such as having 10 pop in the capital province to trigger that modifier. I had to look up online for that, and then still was confused. And then having all the clan chiefs loyal, that was extremely confusing how it was worded in the logic chain. It really didn't make much logic at all. Let's see, this requires stability, which if I have aggressive expansion, I probably won't have much of. So I'm gonna have to reevaluate the order I do things, because even if I just manage to get 1, it will start down the chain in an inevitable go down to the bottom, even if it takes ages. Question is, how hard can I push aggressive expansion? Perhaps it was not bad that I didn't take as much territory as I could have, such as in the last war, such as if this one and these, so I've got to think about the direction next once the once the truce wears off. I'll probably take this territory next, and then this is part of a mission, I believe. Yep. I have realised we need to keep aggressive expansion down, because we will need the stability to enact at least 1 law, but also there's a modifier here where there's a mismatch in the Pantheon, and you need at least 15 stability to change it. We've got 11 at the moment. Now these are actually far superior to the previous ones, so I'm going to go over them. Moral of armies, that's nice. Manpower recovery speed, not the best. Fort defense and food. Reinforcement speed. All okay and pretty good. Let's see, this creates pop, which is pretty good. Monthly tyranny reduction. Capital import routes, that might be nice. Roughly playing kind of a trade nation. Creates population 2. Political influence plus monthly stability gain. I think that might be the first one I go for. Let's see. Aggressive expansion change. That is very helpful for what I'm doing. Stability change. That is also nice. Happiness and loyalty. That is also pretty nice. Province loyalty is going to be a problem. At the moment I'm just relying on the reduction in province loyalty just not being that fast for the start of a game to make an impact on my initial play. Let's see, national population growth. That's pretty good. Food, okay. This is the one I wanted. Pop conversion speed. And unintegrated cultural happiness, that's pretty good. Monthly food multiplier. So I'm not sure if that's all the options, if there's more that I can get if I conquer territory over here, or if the jurisstates disappear and the holy sites get reduced or removed. More options might appear. I'm not entirely sure how it works. However, I think I'm going to have to start with this is the one I wanted, I think. Not sure. That was a bit random. Okay. That was what was I looking for? Yes. Base. Yeah, so base effects of being Jewish is pop assimilation speed plus religious power. That is part of why I wanted to be Jewish, because assimilation speed is something I wanted to boost. Now, the gain stability, that is pretty big. So probably go to this one first, plus 10 stability. Let's see, next we want political influence probably. Then we'd want armies. Smaller armies can come later. Probably don't want this, even though I'd want the plus 5 conversion speed. The trigger is Hebrew culture to convert 5 pops to Hebrew, and I don't actually want that. Ah, yes. Up to 5 pops in our territory will convert to Jewish faith. That is the one I remembered that I wanted. One of the reasons why Jewish is a superior religion is because instead of having just 2 effects, a passive and an active, it has an on activation effect too, such as this one. Up to 2 employed characters will be converted to a Jewish faith. Don't really care too much about that. Imported trade routes would be nice, but we want the stability change and political influence. We'll only be able to do it a few times, not the full amount, because I think it requires 15 stability. We don't have that amount. I might eventually need the tech this one gives eventually, because our tech progress is essentially 0. But for most stability, we'll probably get this one. Giving 10 stability. One more. This was it. And then what do I do next? I'm not entirely sure. The next goal would be to do what is usually done right at the beginning of the game. Getting ideas for a nation. And changing laws. This is going to require 15 stability at least, which is going to be hard to get once the omens start happening. We've got to get 10 stability. This should start producing stability too. Oh no, that's the active effect. Political influence is the passive one, but even then that should help, because we're going to need that political influence. Let's get going. The next wars are going to be against this one nation and the rest. I've forgotten what this region's called. Terrible memory. Yes, I've reloaded a save a few times to make sure nothing goes terrible. And my potato PC is not currently liking that. So this might be it for today. Let me see if our truces are up. Yes, it looks like we've got no truce here. So it looks like we've still got a truce over here. Got a claim on this province. So that's nice. I think aggressive expansion is something we want to reduce as much as possible while we're changing the laws. But once that's done, I don't think it's going to really care too much about it. Fabrication speed, stability change. I suppose stability would be nice. The other things we need to do is integrate the cultures that are in this region. We're going to start with this one and this one, because when barbarians do migrate down, when they siege a province, they just leave a pop there. So the plan is integrate the culture, then we essentially get infinite free pops. That was a bit loud. I'm not sure why we cared too much about that. Let's see. We need political influence of 5 to do that. We also want to start seeing if we can convert more people faster. 0.5, that's not the greatest. Let's see what will take 11 to change that. Due to the time restraints, I think I will integrate these first. So I've only got one population of them, so I probably should have done that first. Never mind. Hopefully I don't lose that pop before I finish doing the other conversion. As if I remember correctly, there are some bad events that happen if you integrate more than one at a time. Unfortunately, we're just going to be stuck on 0 stability, essentially, while we do this. Next, Conquest, though. I thought I had a claim over here, but I think the missions do give a claim for over there. But we don't really care about that. What we care about is if these have an ally. Truce, importing, nope. That's also why we want stability. A shame, really. So I guess I'm stuck doing not much until all the time is cooled down. Hopefully Rome decides to not expand too much, because they get scary fast. I probably should get round to playing Rome at some point. But can I truly claim to have beaten the game without getting the maximum score, though? That is truly the important questions. This culture, probably because got 100 pop. I managed to find a trade overview. Accept all trades, just click that, because trade is good. I don't really care who's it to and from. Now, the omen I want to do is probably 10 stability, but we're still losing some there. We need oh dear, come on PC, don't give up on me now. Do you want to convert to Jewish faith? 5 pops? Ooh, what's the omen power? Not that high, which is unfortunate, so we're probably going to do this. Our next one will probably be 10 stability, as we're currently losing stability at the moment, but we can't go lower than 0. A bit painful, but needs must. Also, I took state religion for civilization, because even though I miss out on the plus 12 tribesman happiness, the boost to civilization in each province actually gives boosts to a lot of different things, includes happiness too, pop growth and other stuff. So that, I believe, is on average better. I'll also probably be taking monthly corruption -5. I believe that is a pretty good one, probably because I haven't really got any way of reducing corruption. Let's have a look. Zero corruption, but I believe if I have to use something like give free hands to increase loyalty, perhaps that's not the best, but we can see how prevalent corruption is with the character overview. Ten here. Oh, very small amounts of corruption. perhaps I'll go for a different one. Morale of armies is always good. For this one, plus 5%, every little helps. I just want to go with loyalty of generals. You don't think it's an issue until it's an issue, and then you're struggling to get your armies where they need to go. Also, commerce would be nice. Plus 20% income on commerce. Let's see. Currently 3.5. That's not too much, but when the nation gets bigger, it'll increase quite a bit. I would want to attack this nation right now, however, need 20 stability. Did kind of invest too late. I think I probably should have done it at the beginning. There's usually too many events involving political influence, and I didn't want to spend any at the time. Now I'm spending it in stability. Swings and roundabouts.